Today is a day of Neil's tuning school. Neil from Horsepower Solutions, he's hosting at Iron Garage, but it's to get you through the basics of the Holly and get you around through it. So we're gonna do that today. It's from like 9 to 5, and I don't know what's gonna happen between there because I don't know what's going on in the course, but I'm gonna bring the camera anyways, and we'll see what happens with today.
It's like, yeah, just like we did with the inputs, it's exactly the same.
Okay, so then when you go to your boost first time curve, then my question is,
this is pretty heavenly. Apparently these are like all original Hemis.
And then it's going to start climbing. So then what you do is go into boost first time, make your first self 10, and then climb from there. Yeah, because then that way when you come off the brake, there's no discrepancy. It doesn't.
So yeah, like I said earlier, we're at the Iron Garage. Some pretty amazing cars in here. Everything is like so clean. Like look at these cars just outside the window here, and then all these Mopars on the top are like all original cars, like $1 million worth of cars. Crazy.
This when you're looking at your timing table, this is what the different areas will be kind of used for. So this is a useless waste of space. These numbers don't fucking matter because you can never get here anyway, even if you want to. This is where it idles generally.
Whoa, I'm actually back at the hotel. Dan's actually out still putting his turbos on, but he did pick me up this earlier. This is gonna be our track tool kit. It's just like a Stanley kit, but it just slides into place. You gotta put them all in these trays. Hopefully it doesn't bounce out too much as we're taking it everywhere, but it's nice to have something dedicated for the track. He also picked up all kinds of O-rings for us here to try and fix our turbo oil drain, and then a wideband sensor. So hopefully this is the right sensor here for our wideband so we can get the car running right. We actually have one more day of this Holly tuning thing, and tomorrow's gonna be practical on the dyno. Hopefully I get a chance to pull off our turbo to replace that turbo seal, and then since tomorrow's Sunday, Monday there's another track rental that I'm gonna be at. That's probably gonna be the last one of the year. And we kind of have to sling the rods through the block, I guess. That's just kind of what's gonna happen.
well, I didn't even drink the car more than 5 minutes, and then like 5
Series of unfortunate events.
Oh yeah, the worst is you're always trying to get the car stopped. Like get the dyno stopped, get the car stopped. Do you have any?
Answer's no, always. Do I have any?
Like rubber boost hoses on this thing, or like?
Nope. It's all
push.
a dyno jet. So it's gonna make inflated numbers through my loose converter. Chances are it makes like 350 at the wheel.
I hope it makes more 350 per.
how do you know the settings? Like if you pick yours, like is there no time?
You gonna hop in there, Kyle?
We'll figure it out.
What?
You wanna hop in there?
Me?
Just for now.
What the hell?
Well, I mean, at least you can push the skinny pedal in the rock.
He told me to jump in the car while everyone else gets to watch.
Send it to the ECU. And if we go in there and let's try to. See, and now the thing is like probably flooded. I'll probably roll this back a little bit because overall we're just trying to get it to run and warm up. And then once it's warmed up, then we can go from there.
So we're just getting started on the idle tuning. We had a problem where my throttle plate wasn't open enough and the idle air control was maxed out. So as he's going through it, he's teaching the class on what he's doing to get the car to run right. So Neil holds this thing. It's not very expensive. I think it's like $300. It's a very, very, very good introduction to the Holly if you're not familiar with it. Look at me, I'm operating a dyno! I'm the dyno guy today. So yeah, a little background on this. We were gonna use Neil's car for this practical tuning part of the session, which this course has been super informative, and it's opened my eyes up to the Holly a lot and showing you a lot of different things and a lot of different safeties that you can do, and you're kind of limited by your imagination with the Holly. But he didn't want to run his car, so mine kind of needs a tune on it if we're going to be racing tomorrow again. and he said might as well just knock it out at the same time. We do have a little bit of an oil leak here on the O-ring, so we're gonna have to pull the turbo off later to fix that, but we're just gonna let it cool down a little bit and then start getting into boost here, which would be kind of cool because it'll not to be all emotional and stuff, but it's gonna be kind of cool because it's been a little bit of a journey from our last Mustang to this one. We put in a lot of man hours, and I put my heart and soul into this car, and it's kind of nice just to see it pay off a little bit here. Sorry, it kind of gets to you sometimes. Well, I thought I was just operating it for just like the mid-range stuff, but apparently I'm doing it for full throttle too.
And then now you can stand on it, rev it up or whatever. Inverter's pretty loose. Yeah. Okay, so now, whatever, yeah, sure, great. Went to 3,800. Obviously, it's inaccurate. Oh, you fuck.
Oh, good job.
I really need it.
Somebody lift Neil. I need a boost.
Woods it, and then it's still pretty rich all through here, and as you can see right here, it's not really on any real boost yet. It's just kind of starting to spool here.
Yeah, a bit of oil down there now. Oh yeah, they're definitely, you can almost see through them.
Give it a whack again.
Look at that. Yeah. That's a real good China turbo.
Yeah.
Next time you can push the button. I don't really want to stand there. I've seen too much shit fly out there. So you can see, like, it makes peak torque like at fucking $4,000, and that's not real. Like, it doesn't do that. And if you want to know where it actually makes it, you can look at your fuel table and it'll tell you. But okay, so whatever. So great, made 700 horsepower. Job.
Oh, it made a number this time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So.
But the torque wasn't real.
It's for real this time.
700
No, the torque was
horsepower.
probably real. Just when they spool hard early, they'll make big peak torque, or make big torque. So, yeah, I mean, our target looks really good. Let's put our closed loop up and see what it was doing. It was 6 more to the top. Should give us maybe 4 more pounds of boost or something, and 100 more horsepower. That's why I tried to wave you off, but it was too late. Didn't matter.
One's already in it. Too bad.
Yeah, committed. So this is going to be garbage, so I don't want to go back. So let's just pull a log. Yeah, so he double clicked the start record, so he didn't record.
This one.
I was hoping to convert.
So yeah, if you think of it,
so loose so I can show you guys how to keep the stock bottom end alive, but
Not bad, not bad.
here we'll
Throw some boost at it.
yep, and then we'll make this pull, and kind of right when you slow it down, cut it off, and we'll pull a plug and see. Okay, so I think, you know, once again, everything kind of looked pretty reasonable. It was a little bit lean up top by a couple percent, nothing crazy. It's already probably too rich up there, like 11.4 is pretty fat, but it's not hurting us any. It's not going to matter. Other than that, yeah, the manifold air temp was starting to go up a little bit, but nothing too bad. Yeah, so I think we'll just stand on it a bit. So when you're doing this, especially, and I'm more referring to like boosted stuff like this, everybody always asks me, oh, well, should I go more boost or more timing? I'm always more boost, lower timing guy. I guess the big thing that I want you guys to take from this is to know, to be confident in making changes, and that if you go at it with like kind of a somewhat methodical approach, you're probably not going to get yourself in trouble. Like, you know, if you go in there and you sling 30 degrees extra timing in it, yeah, it's going to fuck some shit up, but you're not stupid. You're not going to do that. So, you know, just use your head. And well, and when I say you're not stupid, I mean I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Oh yeah. 923 at 27 pounds of boost.
Get after it there. I was just fucking with the startup stuff.
Oh, which time?
You're right.
My mission motor radiator's only got so many seconds in it.
So I'm gonna leave that up just so you guys can see. Well, we're starting.
Oh yeah.
Finishing returns.
Still 943 horsepower.
I could pick up some bags. Just some, grab a couple of ice cubes out or whatever.
Well, I think there's like kind of ice.
Is that a good laugh or a bad laugh?
Oh.
I don't like that laugh. Is that a good laugh or a bad laugh?
It's both.
Oh my god. Jeez. We added a little bit of water to it too, so.
Yeah, but the air temp was really not much colder.
No.
Because we didn't run the intercooler pump long enough.
Well, the insides are still on the motor, so that's.
So at the end of the pull, so I'll go back now and I'll look, but so 993 and 948.
Dang it.
2 more degrees.
Another pound on the domer.
So you can see at the end of the run, it was we didn't skew our test a whole bunch. I don't think we guys. Right, 1 or 2 degrees.
Yeah.
It is. Intake air temp is massively important, and it makes a massive difference. If we were to cool that thing down, like cool that air charge down to 65, the thing would pick up, you know, probably 80 horsepower. Like, pick up huge amounts of power. So it's still quite fat, you know.
Yay, nay? On. Oh yeah! That's the one! You didn't put it on the screen yet? Hey! Just gonna quickly rip the turbo up and see if I can fix the seal that's underneath that's leaking. Or find the problem that what's leaking under that way I can fix it. So I'm not leaving oil on the track for everyone because it did dump out a bit of oil here on the dyno. That's over however many pulls at idle we did, so it's not so bad, but it's not good either. So the car is loaded up now and I left the iron garage and I'm at the hotel, which is, I mean, the iron garage is right there and then my hotel is right here. But that's it for tonight. The car is loaded up. It made 1,043 on 29 pounds of boost. And Neil was like, to be honest, I would probably add like 4 more pounds of boost and take like a degree or 2 timing out of it. But I don't have a bigger map sensor. We kind of ran out of our map sensor. So we're gonna bring it to the track. I'm gonna pick up some thicker oil for the trans and try and get the converter to tighten up just a little bit. And we're gonna see what it does, and hopefully it's better than our last outing. I had 0 expectations when we started today. I didn't know if my car was gonna go on the dyno or if he was gonna use his car. And it just turned out that we used my car because his converter was too tight, and I ended up getting a tune out of it, and everybody else learned as we tuned through my car. And we didn't do a lot of drivability stuff because the car is not gonna get a lot of drivability, and we did a lot more wide open throttle stuff and idle stuff. So the car fires up perfectly cold start every time now. And I mean, it speaks for itself. It just made 1,043. So we're gonna back it off a bunch of the track. That was 34 pounds dome pressure. We're gonna start somewhere around like 10 pounds dome pressure, ramp it up to maybe 20, and then work from there, because this is the track that I did crash at, and I don't wanna get too spicy with it, but I also wanna get some confidence up. So we're gonna start around, I don't know, 600 or 700 horsepower, and we'll go from there and just keep adding it in until we're at where we were on the dyno and we have no more power to put into it. And then we'll start dialing in sooner and see how fast we can get the power in and get down the track. So this should be an all good fun tomorrow. We got all our oil leaks fixed. And huge shout out to Neil at Horsepower Solutions, not only for putting on this thing, but for like using my car to do it. And if you guys are entry-level basic Holly users, like I know my way around the Holly a little bit, but if you go to his class, you'll definitely understand everything, and you get this awesome booklet you can always refer to and go back through it. And it's great for anybody who wants to buy a Holly and just tune the car themselves and get it to run and drive really good without having to go to a dyno or pay someone else to do it. And then you get all the hands-on experience as well. So thanks for joining my video. This might be a short one, but I'm super stoked about it. Peace easy and good dev V. Also, I'm sitting in the truck right now because the battery was stone dead. So I'm just letting it like charge itself back up a little bit.